Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm ready with the lesson Madam Rides the Bus part 3. So let's start the lesson quickly, friends. Her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had had to make for it. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way, resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons and the like. And finally, she had saved a total of 60 paise. How difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair. But she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round even though she had the money. So, friends, these are the preparations she made before undertaking the bus journey. Okay, the first thing is she has to collect or save the money required for the bus journey. She needs a total of 60 paise for the bus journey. So, how did she save the money? She saved every paise from her pocket money. Okay, she resisted the temptation to buy peppermints, balloons, toys, and and the like. Because she has to utilize every paise to collect the money. Okay, now it is very difficult. Imagine she's just an 8-year-old child. Okay, children love to eat peppermints, they like candies, they like balloons, all the colorful fascinating things, but she controlled her emotions and she did not buy those fascinating things. Okay, even there was a village fair wherein small toys are organized and you will find lot of play items like merry-go-round, and she also resisted her desire to ride a merry-go-round, because if she does that, again she has to forego a part of her pocket money, and then again she'll fall short of the money required to undertake the bus journey. So she, being a small child, it's very difficult, but she did it. She has that resolution, she has the motivation, she wanted to undertake the bus. She had that strong desire, which is very difficult, you'll find it in small children, but Valli is one among them. All right, now this was the first problem, but she, with great difficulty, she resisted those temptations and was able to collect the 60 paise for the bus journey. Now, after she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge, but she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap for about 1 to 4 or so. Valli always used these hours for her excursions as she stood looking from the doorway of her house, or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Today, these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. Now, the next problem or hurdle she faced was she has to go on the bus without her mother's knowledge. So, how to manage this? She knows that her mother takes a nap in the afternoon hours from 1 to 4. Okay, so earlier also during those hours, she used to venture around the village or look into the street from the doorway of her house. She engaged in those activities. She wanted to use the same hours to undertake the bus journey. Okay, she planned the second step also. Now, the bus rolled on, now cutting across a bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an odd wayside shop. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. Trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them, and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. Now, see, remember again, she came to the present. She is in the bus and she is, sitting next to the window, and she was watching all the things that are passing by. And since it's her first bus journey, everything seemed fascinating. She was observing the wayside shops, and she can see the trees passing by. And watching all those things on bus seems to be very fascinating for her. Though they are the normal sights, watching them from the bus, it's very thrilling experience for her. Okay, so it describes all the sights which a child usually gets attracted to. From the mindset of a child, the writer is trying to describe. Now, suddenly, Valli clapped her hands with glee. Glee meaning happiness. A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again, but the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became, and the faster it galloped, always right in front of the bus. Now, the next sight which she observed was, Valli was actually enjoying, I told you the things which she was seeing earlier, she was enjoying all the scenery, and she was very happy, and she was clapping her hands. And now she can see a young cow, it was running very fast right in the middle of the bus. Okay, and though the driver is trying to give all the indications to the animal to move aside, the bus also slowed down, and but even then the animal became more frightened, and it is also coming towards the bus, always on the front of the bus. So this is again, Valli was watching this with great attention. Somehow this was very funny to Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. So this cow coming in the middle of the road, and in the middle of the bus, and watching all this particular scene, it brought lot of happiness to Valli. She was very much excited, she was very much happy, and she laughed and laughed until tears rolled down her cheek. Now, hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Better save some for tomorrow. See, you know that the conductor is a jolly kind of person. He said, hey lady. He didn't call her girl because he thinks she's more matured for her age. So he said, don't laugh so much. Better save something for tomorrow also, some laughs for tomorrow. At last the cow moved off the road, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. A speck of a train could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. So now somehow the cow moved off the road. Now you can't see the cow anymore. The bus slowed down initially, the cow moved out of the sight, and the bus moved on. And soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. See, it's a crossing where the buses and other vehicles will stop on the road for the trains to pass. A signal would be there, and the buses or the other vehicles would have to stop. So they're waiting, and Valli was eagerly seeing all that was happening around her. So she could see at the crossing, railroad crossing, that a speck of a train. What is a speck? Speck is like a small spot. Okay, she could see the train arriving from a distance. See, when as students of science, that when you see an object from a distance, it appears small. So the train is appearing like a dot, very small. Okay, as it is coming closer, the size of the train is large. You can see it, you can see the size is more, bigger train appearing. Okay, and it could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew nearer. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle. So then the train passed with tremendous roar, noise and rattle. Okay, and rattle means the noise which you hear when two hard objects hit against each other. So she heard a very loud and rattling noise. Okay, and then shaking the bus. So this is all, it's a usual sight for the people who travel often. But for a small child like Vali, who was traveling for the first time out of her village, it was a big thing. Okay, so she was noticing each and every object with lot of fascination and surprise, etc. From there, the bus went on and passed the train station. So it passed the train station also. From there, it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street. Okay, and so it traveled, the bus traveled, transversed means traveled a busy, well laid out shopping street, and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. Thoroughfare means a busy public road. Such big, bright looking shops, what glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise, such big crowds. So Vali, she is from a small village who had never been out of her village. So for her, when the bus took a turn towards a busy shopping street, and where she saw some dazzling and shops, very bright shops with lot of bright clothes, etc. Then she was fascinated, surprised. They were glittering, shining display of clothes and other merchandise goods. Okay, such big crowds, and people were flocking into the shops to buy clothes or other merchandise, etc. So she was watching everything with wide attention. Struck dumb with wonder, Vali gaped at everything. So Vali was dumbstruck when she saw all those scenes. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Vali. So finally the bus came to the town and all the passengers got off the bus, but Vali was still sitting in the bus. You know that because her original plan is only to go to the town and come back from the town to the village in the same bus. Okay, all right. Now, hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paise takes you. Then the conductor asked Vali, are you not getting off the bus? Okay, this is as far as this bus ticket can take you. No, Vali said, I am going back on the same bus. She took another 30 paise from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. Then she said, Vali said that I am going on the same bus, and she brought the return ticket from the town to village for 30 paise. Why? Is something the matter? No, nothing is the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here all by myself? Oh, I had been much too afraid. Then the conductor asked her, is something the matter? Then Vali said, no, nothing is out of place. I just wanted to come to the town, okay, take the bus ride to the town, and it's finished, and now I want to go back to my village by the same bus. Then even the conductor asked her, do you want to see some sights around, around the town? No, I don't want to do that, was the Vali's reply. And she also told him that she is afraid to have a tour of the town, okay, on her own. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus." See, here there are two aspects. Valli was not afraid to come from her village to town by bus. Okay, she is not afraid of the bus journey, but she is afraid to step out of her comfort zone to have a tour of the town. She doesn't want to go to unknown places in the town and get into trouble. She wants to play safe. Okay, so the conductor was amused again. Okay, because he thought it's little funny. Amused means he thought that it's little funny. On one hand, she's matured enough to be on her own, take the bus journey. On the other hand, she's very careful not to get into trouble by taking a tour of the town or going to some unknown places in the town. Okay, so looking at this, you know, he was a little amused. "Nothing to be afraid about that," she answered. "Well then, why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink?" "Nothing to be afraid of about that either." "Oh no, I couldn't do that." "Well then, let me bring you a cold drink." "No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all." So, you know, conductor said, "Okay, I'll offer you a treat. I'll pay for the cool drink." But Valli did not agree to that also. You will come to know from this. "No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. It will be my treat and not cost you anything." "No, no," she said firmly. "Please, no." The conductor shrugged, and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey again. There were not many passengers. So, though the conductor offered her a drink for free, Valli did not agree for the offer, because she's a girl of self-respect. She has great self-respect as well. Okay, she doesn't have money to pay for the cool drink, so she doesn't want to have the drink. You know, she's very clear. She's very clear about what she does. Okay, she does not change her plans in the next second. She doesn't do that. Okay, and also she refused firmly, and the conductor shrugged. Shrugged meaning to lift your shoulders in such a way that it shows ignorance. And so there's nothing he can do about it. So both of them waited till other passengers came, and but there were not many passengers. So they were waiting so that other passengers come, and then you know, he can the bus can again return back to the village. So friends, this is all about part 3 of the lesson Madam Rides the Bus. I'm sure you might also have enjoyed the lesson as much as I did. Okay, but don't forget to watch my previous 2 parts if you haven't watched it till now, and be ready for the next part of the Madam Rides the Bus. Okay, please like my video, friends. If you're happy with the content, forward it to your friends, and also the most important thing, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.